Hello, mic testing 1 2 3. Hello, mic testing 1 2 3. The session will be going to start at 11 sharp. హలో హలో
సరే వీడియోసే కదా
యూజ్ చేయండి.
ఈ షేర్ కొడతావు కదా ఇక్కడ షేర్ సౌండ్ ఇది మనం కొట్టలే అర్థమైందా క్లోజ్ ఆఫ్ షేర్ కొట్టు
ఏంది వస్తుంది మరి
మ్యూట్ ఉందా మైక్ Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. This is Sayyid Azam Pasha Khadri. I have completed my BE from Usmania University and MTech R&AC from JNTU Anantapur and PhD from NIT Warangal. I have been working here for the past 15 years in this college as a capacity of a head of the department, mechanical engineering. We are having 240 seats. Initially, we started with 60. Later on, we have increased to 240 in mechanical engineering. And we are having MTech in thermal engineering, PG course one, with capacity of 18 students. We are having more than 55 faculties with various capacities of PhDs, and some of them are pursuing PhD and all are MTechs. Now more than 13 labs we have and one research, excluding a research lab where more than 30 students have completed their PhDs with BA focus on student building career. And most of our students used to participate in the various level of competitions such as the NEKISE, Go-Kart Championship, Campus Utility Vehicle Championship and various other types of competitions. Our students used to participate and get the awards from there. Now coming on to the industrial visit, we made a mandatory for the students at least in a semester 2 industrial visits they have to visit in and around the Hyderabad. Example, Tata Motors, HMT, CITD, VDL. We have n number of this Rana engine valves. We have visited. Our students used to visit and do the internships, and our students are well placed in the various companies, Tata, L&T, TCS are the some of the Mahindra, Jaro, a number of lists are there where our students are placed.
Hello. Hello.
Only 120 ఉన్నారు 200 రాస్తారు క్లారిటీ వస్తుంది కదా మన వీడియో డేట్ కావాలి
Good morning, dear parents and students, respected management, governing body members, principal, vice principals, HODs, dean first year, senior faculties, and my dear colleagues. It's my privilege to welcome you to the second week of the induction program. When you examine a butterfly according to the laws of aerodynamics, it shouldn't be able to fly. But the butterfly doesn't know that, so it flies. Aerodynamics plays an important role in road vehicle design since it offers a possibility of getting a reduction in fuel consumption. The art of aerodynamics has come a long way in recent years. Now, I would like to introduce the speaker of today's first session, Dr. Asadullah sir. With a total experience of approximately 22 years, Dr. Mohammad Asadullah sir is a professor at Department of Mechanical Engineering, has a track record of being a successful teacher and a researcher. He did his PhD in the Department of Mechanical Engineering from International Islamic University, Malaysia. He has worked from the post of lecturer, assistant professor, senior assistant professor, associate professor, and professor in the Department of Mechanical Engineering for various colleges, lecturer in IIUM, Malaysia. Throughout his teaching career, he has taught fluid dynamics, gas dynamics, thermodynamics, aerodynamics, flight dynamics systems and instrumentation, engineering maintenance practices, engineering graphics, precision engineering, and nanotechnology. He has also published more than 20 papers in reputed international journals, out of which 12 as Corpus Index. Recently, his one book and 2 book chapters have been accepted and will be published soon. His recent research is on high-speed bullet trains, exhaust systems, and control of base drag. I welcome sir to enlighten the audience on aerodynamics of automobile. Please, sir.
I thank you, ma'am, for your kind gesture. And I'm thankful to the management, to the principal, the vice principal, our first year HOD, and other HODs of the departments, and my dear colleagues, my other professors, teaching and non-teaching staff. And I'm pleased to talk, this is the second session, and I'm pleased to talk about this concept in engineering of aerodynamics to the students. And I also request parents to be with them, to encourage them to go through the full session. We are very hopeful these sessions will be very, very useful to the parents and the students, and to know the caliber of our institute in and out. So, share. Can you share it? Full screen, sir. So, the aerodynamics of automobile is the topic of today, and especially I have taken an aircraft and 2 cars in front, indicating that although the concept was first used because of the First World War, Second World War, a lot of aircrafts came into being, but that time the aerodynamics was not directly related to the cars. But with time, so let me take it from the base. The foundation, of course, was the mechanical engineering. In those days, like I told you, my induction was done in 1993. Those days, everything was under mechanical engineering. The automobile engineering, the aerodynamics, the aerospace, the production, the material science, the industrial engineering, they all were part of mechanical engineering. And from here, when the scope of the field increases, we make subdivisions.
mechanical engineering has a vast influence on the vehicle engineering, from a very slow vehicles which goes 20 kilometer per hour to a very high hypersonic vehicles which move at a speed of 10,000 kilometers per hour. So we have the vehicles to the automotive. In automotive engineering, we are having all types of vehicles, from a lightweight to the heavyweight vehicles. And specifically, when we talk about automobile engineering, it is focusing only on the cars. But in today's industry, you will see many people interchanging the automotive with the automobile. That is very much okay. Further, please. Now we are having these three. From your physics, you might have seen, when there is an external force applied by a person or any other object, the friction goes the other way around. This turbulence and no turbulence is a very big concept for us. What is this turbulence or a turbulent flow? It's a uneven change in the pressure and the flow velocity. We will always, throughout our engineering, study about the changes either in the temperature or in the pressure or in the velocity or in the density. Specifically, when we talk about automobile, we are very much concerned when it's about the body, about the pressure and the velocity. So in future, we will talk about the pressure gradients and the velocity gradients. You can see the dirty air or the turbulent air. Many people have named it. It's a Formula 1 racing car moving ahead, and the car which is behind, because of the turbulent flow caused by the first car, the second car is already losing. So because of this, it is very important even in the sports to study this aerodynamics. I have shown you a normal aerofoil. Aerofoil is a cut section. Cut section means you can see a wing, and if I chop that wing, you will see that black spot. You can see that is an aerofoil. So you can also see this blue, this cross section is an aerofoil. And when we show it in the 2D, we can see that small section as an aerofoil. I have shown that on the right side, we have the upward force, the forward force, the backward force, and the downward force. Of course, you know the downward force is our weight due to gravity, and the upward force which lifts it up is known as a lift force. The backward force which stops it going further, we call it a drag, and the forward force which we use the engines to go forward is known as thrust. So here we have shown it, and I have shown the force L as half rho v square. That is your density, your velocity, your coefficient of lift, and area. If you want to apply it, you just move in the car, take your hand out of the car's window, and see if you keep the hand straight, it means the area of cross section has increased. Your hand starts moving backward. As you change the angle of your hand towards the flow, you will see the smooth flow moving over and under your hand. So it means the density plays a role. The velocity also increases. It means the velocity plays the role. The area of cross section plays the role. And there is a coefficient of lift, which is a dimensionless quantity. In engineering, we always will try to make everything dimensionless. So you might have heard about Reynolds number. It's a number. When we have one number with another number, we can compare easily. 10 times bigger than 1. 10 times. It means we can make a model and then enlarge it to 10. Similarly, in this thing, we will take this FL and convert it into CL, coefficient of lift. Go further, please. Here, I have shown you different types of object. You can see a sphere, half sphere, cone, cube, angle, long cylinder, short cylinder, streamline body, and streamed half body. These all are measured with the drag coefficient, not the lift coefficient. Why? Because drag is the main source which is giving us hindrance and creating lot of consumption of fuel. And we will try to minimize the fuel consumption by reducing the drag. So it has been 100 years back when they were studying it. It was again a challenge. Today also, we want to reduce the fuel as much as possible, and we want to reduce the drag for that. So if, as you have seen the coefficient of lift, similarly, the coefficient of drag is nothing but force divided by a dynamic force, which is nothing but a number. So the coefficient of drag is again a number which specifies whether it is more or less. So you can see a sphere with a drag coefficient of 0.47. It's not good. It's very bad. So sphere or a spherical body is not good. It increases the drag. It means if our car is with a spherical sphere, it will have lot of fuel consumption. When we come down, we can see the streamline body, which is having just 0.04 of drag coefficient. It's very good. And when you see a half streamline body, again it's 0.09. It means our purpose throughout this will be to minimize the drag coefficient. I, as a human being, standing vertical, will have a very high coefficient of drag. If I dive in the swimming pool, then I need to have a specific posture to dive in. That time, the same person, when diving in the swimming pool, will have a low coefficient of drag. And when I just jump like that, then you know what happens. A strong impact force will not only hurt us, but we will not be able to swim. Please go further. Then we have shown that a Humber, that is, and a Mercedes, you can see 0.57 and 0.22, two brands. Because of the drag coefficient DC, we are in automobile industry. This is a very, very important parameter. Go further. Then we had a first person from French, La Jamais Contain. He had given a 62 horsepower, 3,200 pounds. In 1898, they achieved 100 kilometers per hour speed, equivalent to 62 miles per hour. And then further, we can see the drag coefficient was 0.28, not a bad achievement. And then we can see on the down right, we can see a wind tunnel. This is a model hanging in and the wind tunnel, and we will test all the models. And the down you can see a wooden models of different cars. Because of these models, we will calculate the coefficient of drag and then enlarge it to the real size. Then we can see on the right side how the fuel and the velocity is related to each other. As the velocity is increased, as the thrust is increased, the velocity is increased. As the velocity is increased, your fuel consumption will be increased. More it drinks the fuel, more is the speed. But then we have to reduce the streamline, we have to reduce the body shape in such a way that it becomes streamlined and the drag is minimized in order to reduce the fuel consumption. Please go forward. Now, dear students, you can see in the wind tunnel, you can see the sprinkling. Sometimes we use the smoke, sometimes we use the mist. So you can see the streamlines over the body of a car on these, back please, these three figures and on the down. So, and you can see this is first year you will be learning the 2D, 3D drawings. So you will be making the front projection, the top view, the side view, and further you can see in 1950 the Moskowitz 400. I have got the privilege to derive this car. After this came Lada, and I was in Russia and I have seen how these cars move. Very nice, very strong, very reliable, but the aerodynamics is a problem because of the body structure. Please go further. Now we can see the aeroplane. They, of course, they mimic some type of insects from nature. And this was the first aerodynamic vehicle. And we can see the drag coefficient is 0.113. Drag reduced for aerodynamic vehicle. Please go further. Then we can see a French made a big exhibition in 1955, and this car was a super hit in that very year. Please go further. Then I have shown you a turning point came from a person who made this round type streamlined to a wedge type, and till today we follow it. The wedge type cars are till today used. So we have hybrid wedge and smooth type also today. So we can see the turning point from round to wedge shape front. So the front shape you can see. Please go further. And then we have seen also known as the folding paper. This is a sharp wedge, and down you can see where I wrote wedge cars. It's a very sharp wedge. Then came the Lotus Esprit. Then came BMW M1. Everybody know BMW M1, M2 and M3. The shape of the front was wedge. And now the Tesla has come again to the wedge shaped car with some electronics and some computer science. Please go further. Now we have BMW M1 as a racing car against the SUVs, you know, sports utility vehicles. That is the Toyota. So we can see that coefficient of that Toyota is 0.3 as compared to the sports car 0.4. So that matters a lot. Please go further. Then we can see this Colin Chapman is a well-known mechanical engineer and aerodynamist who has written a paper first. So we'll talk about that papers. What is it? So he has written his research, and he has just gone to a simple concept. If the lift on any object is on the top, it goes upwards. So he did the aircraft upside down, and he wrote a paper. If the lift goes down, then what happens? The concept actually says when there is a flow over an aerofoil, there is a suction created on the top surface of the wing or an aerofoil. Because of that suction, things starts moving upwards, and this positive pressure is hardly any pressure. So this concept of downward force came in the same way. Now we have seen the first spoiler in F1 1967, and then we have seen the sporting car with the upward aerofoil. The point here is, if you want me to fly, hello, thank you, sir. Thank you very much. If you want me to fly, I am posing you a question to all of you. As an engineer, how you will make me fly upwards? No engine, nothing. How you want me to fly? If you want me to fly, simple thing you have to say, make a mechanism which creates a suction on the top. So if there is a suction on the top, that will suck me up. So this aerofoil, that white color lift, is nothing just to create the suction on the top, which suction is also known as low pressure. So if I want to move right, then what we have to do? We have to create a suction on the right. I move on the right. I am explaining you this lift concept, or why object fly or move right, left or down in a very easy way. If you want to move left, you create a suction effect on the left. If you want to move down, you make a suction effect downwards. How do you make a suction effect? By making this curvature more on one side and less on the other side. If the curvature is more on one side, Bernoulli says the velocity will increase, the pressure will reduce. So, sir, can you go on the next slide? Here, Bernoulli's principle says that on the top of the surface, we are having a very high pressure, and on the bottom we have a very low pressure. That paper which we talked, instead of making it fly, we want it to stick to the earth so that we can gain more speed. Because what happens when you are in a more speed, a small angle will make it fly and a catastrophe will occur. So what we do for the cars, we do opposite of the aircraft. We try to get that lift force downwards. So this low pressure or suction will be down. And in the high-speed vehicles, this has been applied. And you can see this topmost. This is as if the aerofoil is upside down. This will create suction below and make it stick at any speed to the ground. And here you can see the downward force, and the concept of downward force is downward lift. Concept of right side force is right side lift. Concept of left side force is left side lift. Concept of lifting anything upwards is upside lift. So this is what I wanted to explain you, sir, please. Here I've given you little small puzzle of 1 minute. See the rudder? I tell you, if the rudder goes right, what will happen? If the rudder goes right, your area of cross section has increased. So what will happen? The lift will be created to the right. If the lift is created to the right, what will happen? The back will have more lift. It moves like this. If we wanted to turn to the left, we make the rudder move to the left. The lift is more on the left side. The lift force, I said, suction has been created, and the suction will move it to the left, and the aircraft will move to the right. Similarly, when we are having the ailerons, one aileron down and one up. So downward will create a differential and make it roll. Similarly, the elevators on the back side, if you roll the elevators back or down, if the back side will reduce the effective area of cross section. So what will happen? The lift will decrease. If the lift is decreased, it will go back, and the nose will go down and up. So anything you can make fly. So there is a concept of flying car. So now I think if you want to make a flying car, you should first think which component of lift, which should be equal to the weight, and how much is the area of cross section. That will teach you later how we calculate that area, whether that area is enough to get that lift force to be equivalent to that weight. So go further. Here we have shown you example of flying car. So you can make a flying car. My students have done a telescopic flying car. It's not a difficult concept, and you are very fortunate. We are having a subsonic wind tunnel in the mechanical department, and final year students had made it, and it's a wonderful wind tunnel. We are trying to modify it by changing the test section. So in future, when you come to Lords, you will see that available in our department. Sir, go forward. So may you all be blessed by Allah, the Almighty. Thank you very much. Thanks, sir. Any questions? Be free to ask. Raise your hands.
Hello.
Yeah, hello. Can you repeat it? No, I can't.
Yes, yes. Yeah, please. Please. Can I have your question, please? Yeah. Yeah, please show it. Yeah. Sir, actually, I think there are some 10 guys, but because of some technical problem. Okay, okay. Anyway, no problem. We will interact. There are a lot of speakers there. They are in the waiting, so we will give them chance. नहीं आ रहा सर आवाज नहीं वो क्वेश्चन नहीं आ रहा नहीं रेस किए हैंड वो रेस पहले से ही करके या speak loudly.
Screen is no showing on the board.
Yeah, please. No problem. You are not audible to me. Anyway, sir, we will go for the next speaker. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for your expansive and insightful lecture on aerodynamics on automobile. Pollution is nothing but the resources we are not harvesting. We allow them to disperse because we have been ignorant of their value. Industrial pollution is one of the leading causes of pollution worldwide. It was the Industrial Revolution that gave birth to environmental pollution as we know it today. It's my privilege to introduce Dr. Thala Shiva Prasad, Professor, Department of Mechanical Engineering. Dr. Shiva Prasad has 36 years of teaching experience in various engineering institutions and 3 years of industrial experience as design and marketing engineer. He has published 42 research publications in various national and international journals. One student has been awarded PhD under his guidance, and he is a guide to few more scholars. He worked as visiting professor at Michael University, Ethiopia, for 4 years and is responsible for establishment of industrial engineering department and quality standards of the university. He is appreciated as role model teacher at Michael University, Ethiopia. Now, I welcome sir to throw light on industrial pollution and its control. Please, sir.
Yes, good morning to all of you. So, first of all, let me appreciate or congratulate all of you for taking admission into the Lord's Institute of Engineering and Technology, where there are plenty of facilities to mold you as a budding engineer. So, the topic given to me is industrial pollution and how the pollution can be controlled. This is the topic given to me. Just now, we had a very good presentation by one of our professors from mechanical engineering on aerodynamics of the automotives. So you have seen, he has systematically presented the sequence how these automobiles were developed. So all these developments and innovations are for the benefit or for the comfort of the human being, is it not? So therefore, before industrial revolution, that is the first industrial revolution, we can correctly date the first industrial revolution between 1760 and 1800. During this particular 40 years of period, enormous discoveries took place which led to the total industrial revolution, which we call as a first industrial revolution. And after the first industrial revolution only, the system of industries establishment and its progress has started. Of course, after the first industrial revolution, it is about almost 100 years, second industrial revolution around 1910, and then third industrial revolution. So all these industrial revolutions, what for taking place, why engineers are concentrating on the developing new things means that is all for the need of the human beings, comfort of the human beings, to fulfill the desires of the human beings. So because of all these things, continuous industrialization has taken place. Is it not? So industries, without industries, can we survive? No. Industries are required because those are the sources which produces varieties of the products which we are demanding in day-to-day life today. Is it not? So therefore, industries and its development is a must, and continuous innovations are taking place. Now the industry 4.0 that is the order of the day. New industries are coming up, but all these industries and its development is welcomed by the human beings, but the improper disposal of its waste creating lot of problems to us only, lot of problems to human beings only. Of course, the total environment is getting polluted because of the industrial pollution. Okay, first slide, please. Yeah, first slide, next one. So if you see, so that's what I am insisting on. So for our needs only, the industries were established and developed, and various innovations took place. But the industries use raw materials to process them so that they will be converted into finished products. Is it not? And of course, not only finished products, some byproducts also created. But while doing so, varieties of the waste products will be generated in the process of converting the raw materials. Varieties of the pollutants are created in the industries. Unless we dispose them to the atmospheric pollution. Okay, so if the process of processing of the raw material to get the finished good is one aspect, and another aspect is whatever waste that is safely to the environment. But what the industries are doing, waste generated in the industries is costly and time consuming. That's why commonly, that is the fact, that is what is happening. Then the industrialist solid waste, liquid waste, and gaseous waste are enormous in the atmosphere. The gases are usually released to the atmosphere, and liquids are discharged into the aquatic bodies like canals, rivers, and sea. Aquatic bodies like again to the canal. The 50% of the pollution in the environment is due to the industrial waste only. Industrial pollution. Can I proceed? So estimated about 50% of the pollution in the atmosphere is due to the industries and manufacturing activities, which are leading to the illness loss of life, and destruction of the ecosystem. These are all the outcomes using varieties of the products. But those industries are producing enormous pollutants which will harm the human life. So therefore, what is required? The proper control, the disposal, waste disposal should be properly controlled, which is not done by most of the industries. The reason also with example I will tell you. Next slide, please. So till now there are about 17 industries which are declared to be most polluting. 17, of course, all these 17 cover total industrial environment, like caustic soda producing industries, cement industries, distillery, dye manufacturing, fertilizers, iron and steel, oil refineries, paper and pulp industries, pesticides and pharmaceutical industries, sugar industries, textile industries, thermal power plants, tanneries. Almost every industry is covered under this particular one. That means every industry which is useful for us in producing the products are also giving waste which is harming the human beings. So briefly, if you see caustic soda producing industries, the waste produced are mercury and chlorine gas, which will pollute air, water as well as land. Similarly, cement industries mostly polluting the air because their waste is the dust, fine dust and smoke only the waste produced by the cement industries. Distilleries, again land and water pollution because of the organic waste. Fertilizer manufacturing industries are plenty. So ammonia, cyanide, etc., oxides of nitrogen, oxides of sulfur, they are polluting the air and water. Next one, please. Making industries, land and water pollution, iron and steel industries, smoke, gas and coal dust and fly ash will be produced, and that is leading to the air, water and soil, land pollution. Similarly, pesticides, oil refineries, of waste products that are produced by them. Because why these waste products are coming means that is the raw material has to be processed to get the final products. Definitely we will get the solid waste and liquid waste and gaseous waste. But unless those are again processed, it is not required. There are varieties. Can we avoid any of these particular industries? Can you avoid the food processing industries? Can you avoid the sugar industries? Can you avoid the steel, cement industries? No. Have this type of comforts and products which are all these things. Enormous pollutants are coming. Unless these pollutants are board are released to the atmosphere, system is going to be spoiled by this particular pollutants released by this industries. So now briefly we'll see what are the prime effects of this industrial pollution. So the first the serious effect is global warming. The first effect. So global warming is among the most serious outcome of industrial pollution witnessed on the account of the steady rise of industrial activities. Of course, industrial activities day by day increasing. But because of that, global warming is a serious effect. Why this global warming means industries release into the atmosphere a variety of the greenhouse gases, including carbon dioxide, methane. These gases the general temperature of the earth, leading to the global warming problem. Because in the water level, melting of the glaciers, extinction of the polar species, tsunamis, floods, hurricanes, all these are the effects of global warming, and this global warming is mainly due to the industrial pollution, particularly air pollution. Okay, of course, in the water pollution also leading to this global warming. Further, global threatened the human survival. We are developing the industries for our sake, but at the same time the pollutants released by these particular things are threatening the human survival, and various diseases like cholera, plague, malaria, all these are due to the global warming problem. Next slide. Related to the global warming, the trees control. Okay. Similarly, the land. Similarly, the rise of the water levels and the melting of the ice and total spoiling of the climatic condition. All these will be due to the global warming. Yes, next one. And another major effect of this industrial pollution is next one, please. Is water pollution. Again, due to the enormous increase in the industries, every industry wants water, is it not? So, for various purposes like cooling purpose, cleaning purpose, and then various treatment purposes, water is a must for most of the industries, particularly process industries. Always water is needed. But they are extracting water, fresh water from the environment, but they are releasing polluted water into the various water sources. Dumping the water directly into the waterways, oceans, negatively impact the marine life, human life, and total environment is under a risk because of the water pollution. Next. Yes, like this. Without treating, directly industries are releasing the water, which is containing various chemicals and varieties of the harmful ingredients. Similarly, dumped into the water, the solid waste is dumped into the water and then released into the water. So, because of all these things, what is happening? Water is polluted. Water is used not only in the industries, day-to-day life, everybody needs the water. If it is polluted, automatically leading to the enormous varieties of human health problems. Next one. So, the next, another very important pollution by the this industrial waste is it makes the industrial pollution one of the main cause of the air pollution. Air pollution. Yes, I will give you, while discussing about the controlling equipment briefly, my own experiences also I will tell you for about 5 minutes. The emission from different industries contain gases which are contaminated gases like sulfur, carbon dioxide, oxides of nitrogen, methane, all these gases. During the process they will be produced, unless those are controlled, those are released to the atmosphere, leading to varieties of the problems. These gases and too much in atmosphere frequently result in several illnesses and environmental hazards. Formation of acid rains and the presence of the smoke and heightened incidents of respiratory disorder among human beings is mainly due to the air pollution only. Next one. Yes, this is how the pollution is created. So, industries are not supposed to release the air, the gases into the atmosphere which contains the pollutants. They have to treat it. There are varieties of the air pollution control equipments, but they, without treating, they are just dumping into the atmosphere, which is harming the total environment. Next one. Next is the soil pollution. Again, soil pollution is another major thing in which the human being is mainly affected. That is, whatever pollutants you are releasing into the land, some are dumped on the land or some are mixed with water, and along with the water, it is going into the soil. Thereby, the total soil is getting poisoned. And in such a poisoned soil, if plants are growing and the outcome of that particular plants are consumed by the human beings, definitely it will be harmful. That's what we are facing nowadays. Enormous chemicals are dumped in the fields, and the whatever vegetables, whatever fruits you are getting, all are non-organic things. So because of that, once you consume those things, enormous problems, health problems to the human beings. Okay, next one. So this is how, due to the soil pollution, trees we are continuously cutting and all, and then it will become dry and poisonous. All these things are happening because of the industrial pollution only. Effect is the human health. That's what, because of the global warming and water pollution, air pollution, and soil pollution. Who is going to affect? So industries are created for our sake, but industries are making us to live our lives horrible because of the release of this pollutants into the atmosphere and causing the atmospheric pollution. So the World Health Organization revealed that outdoor air pollution accounts for about 2% of all lung and heart diseases. And WHO also underscored around 5% of all lung cancers and 1% of all chest infections are implications of the outdoor air pollution. So we need not do any wrong things. Just we are going around the things, and this outside air pollution is causing these cancers and all these problems. In brief, these statistics indicate just how industrial pollution depreciates human health. For instance, of course, all of you might have heard, you might have not born at that particular time, in 1984, the Bhopal tragedy, which claimed more than 8,000 lives, which claimed more than 8,000 lives. And even today, people are suffering. That is what? Air pollution will not cause an immediate effect, but subsequently also, for years together, people are going to suffer if the pollutants are released into the atmosphere. So industrial toxic and chemical waste that are deposited into the water bodies and the landfills are also responsible for cancer and human cells poisoning. So this is all. Once you are exposed to the pollutants, definitely our health is going to be harmful. So the next one. Of course, this is how, if you want to go details into the how this pollution is affecting us, and it will give you the complete information about what type of diseases, illness the human beings are facing because of the industrial pollution. Next one. Yes, wildlife extinction. There is another major problem. That is because of the mining activities, because of the deforestation, because of the utilization of the water resources, because of all these things, what is happening? Some of the wild species are extinguished, that is disappear, and facing the dangerous situations in the environment. So that is what is happening. Industrial waste, chemicals, emissions, or accidental leakage, and fire, oil spills, and so on, having the main prime contribution to the wildlife extinction. That's what is happening. We are unable to see some of the species which are there in olden days. Of course, this is the oil spillage, accidental spillage in 2012. That has led to the species, the rare species also disappeared because of that oil spill. Even after the oil spill, 1 or 2 years, continuous, the varieties of the marine life is disappearing because of that particular oil spillage. That is how the wildlife extinction means not only human beings, other living beings totally affected by the industrial pollution. Next one. Yes, this is how the wild animals are coming into the, you are hearing nowadays in news, is it not? A tiger entered into the village and killed somebody and all. What for all this they are happening? We are deforesting, and we are occupying their living areas. They are coming to our areas, obviously. That's what another effect of the industrial pollution. Next one. And the last one, other common implications like damage to the structures, damage to the buildings. You might have seen these particular things. The important monuments are getting spoiled because of the pollution, industrial pollution only. So next one. Yeah, like these monuments. You can see the Taj Mahal. So when it is during the pollution stage and before that. And like this. The constructions are also going to be damaged due to the soil erosion and other problems. Okay, so like this, there are 7. Of course, the 7 are mainly due to the air, water, and soil pollution aspects and all. So coming to the control measures, how you can control these things? Of course, there are so many stringent governmental bodies to implement the pollution control aspects. But as I told, nobody will follow and skip those particular things. The control at source, that is raw material is processed and finished goods are produced. Because of that processing, waste is generated, is it not? So and the engineers, what they can do, they can find alternate materials. To produce the products, they can find alternate materials, and those materials processing is such that those will not generate much waste which will harm the society. Okay, like that. So the control at source is one of the importance, particularly in cement and thermal and in all stations where the gases are released to the atmosphere. The chimney height should be specified. At this particular level only the gas is to be released. Such a norms have to be strictly followed. That is one. And selection of the industry. That is the industrial location. You should not locate an industry in between the human residential areas and all. So while establishing the industry, whether the environment around it is amicable to bear the pollutants that are created by this particular industry or not, or these are harming the society. Those things have to be verified and the sites have to be ideal. Industrial location has to be finalized. Similarly, treatment of industrial waste. This is another area where engineers are have to generate raw materials which will produce less pollutants. That is one way of dealing the problem or controlling the problem. And another one is waste treatment, water treatment, air treatment, and soil treatment. Varieties of the techniques are already developed, but the industries, why they are not using them? Means the processing of the waste is costly. Of course, all of you know there is no controversy in saying that industries are established and functioning for profit making. Of course, one way they are producing the things for the human being, for the society only. But at the other way, they are expecting a lot of profits. In that particular process, if something is costly for them, they try to skip that particular one. That is the waste treatment is a very costly process. So therefore, the engineer's duty is to develop the treatment techniques which will be not much costlier, so that every industry can easily adopt them and use them. Then the pollution is going to be reduced. Next one. Yeah. So plantation, this is generally nowadays insisted by most of the, whenever some industry is going to be established around that, the plantation they will insist also. So plantation, that will reduce the greenhouse effects. And stringent government actions. Of course, pollution control boards are there. They are, so while establishing, while running, and once the process is going on, it is the duty of the pollution control board to continuously regulate the pollutants that are released by that particular industry into the atmosphere. But how far it is happening, that is the doubt. That's why you are facing a lot of pollution in the environment. Assessment of the environmental effects. Of course, that's what continuously, not only while establishing an industry, control board comes into picture. While the industry is going on, while running, then it is the duty of the board to assess what type of pollutants it is releasing. Is it harmful to the society or not? It is the duty of the pollution control board. Of course, strict implementation of Environmental Protection Act. That is, those who are not following, they have to be punished. Okay. Yes, these are the various control measures you can take this. Next. Yeah, this water. So varieties of the treatment techniques are there. Suppose the polluted water inlet. So some screens are there, some grits are there, primary treatment, secondary treatment, tertiary treatment, like that, because the amount of pollutants involved in the water is heavy. Some radioactive material will be there, some chemicals will be there, some dust sludges will be there. To remove all these things, one type of treatment may not be enough. Therefore, definitely water treatment will become very costly. But it is a duty of the engineers to find out new methods to treat the water so that it will be not much time consuming and cost consuming. Similarly, air pollution. Next one. Air pollution control. So enormous equipment are there, electrostatic precipitators are there, cyclone dust collectors are there, fabric filters and bag. My experience, when I worked in the industry, I used to work with the air pollution control equipment. The design of the electrostatic precipitators, cyclone dust collectors, and fabric filters. These things we used to design and fabricate and supply to particularly cement industries and thermal power stations. So whenever these industries are established, in order to get the permission to start the industry, definitely they have to buy this pollution control equipment, air pollution control equipment, and install. Otherwise, permission will not be given. So therefore, what they will do while establishing the industry, they will buy our electrostatic precipitator. In the 1980s, it used to cost about 1.5 to 99.9% purification will be done by this electrostatic precipitators and fabric filters. Okay, they will establish that particular one. Then they will get the government permission. After getting the government permission, they don't operate this particular air pollution control equipment already existing. Those equipment is existing, but they don't use them, particularly during the daytime when there is some problem of the surrounding people and all, they keep on operating that electrostatic precipitator so that the air released into the atmosphere will be pure, 99% pure, and there is no harm. But once it becomes dark, we have seen various thermal stations and cement plants. So during the night time, because nobody is going there to control and see, then they stop this working of this electrostatic precipitators and air filters. Just the total dust-laden air is released into the atmosphere during the nights. That's what, because the treatment, controlling equipment are costly and their functioning and processing is very time consuming and costly. That's why what they will do, sometime they will operate, remaining time they just skip, don't bother about the human health and release. By morning, if you see, surrounding areas are dumped with coal dust and enormous fine dust, and thereby enormous problems who are living. So for your information, mostly if anybody work in the process industries like chemical industries, petrochemical industries, cement plants, thermal power stations, and paper and pulp, generally employees will have more sick leaves, 35, 40 sick leaves will be there for them, because they are prone to become sick because of the pollutants. That is the reason. It's not just like the liberally they are giving. There is a health problem because of the pollutants in those particular industries. That's why they are giving more sick leave. That is the main problem in India. Not only India, in various other countries also. They take all the precautions while establishing the industry, while running the industry for some time, okay, but afterwards they neglect. Whenever some maintenance comes to this control equipment, they don't go for the maintenance. They just keep it like that and release the pollutants into the atmosphere without bothering about the environment and its effects. That is the major problem. So the tendency of the industrial people, okay, no doubt they have to gain the profits, but in the process, they should not harm the society. That is the important thing. So one has the main controlling element is the attitude of the people who are running the industries, and then strict implementation of the controlling equipment, and then continuous monitoring of these things will be the only solution that may solve some of this industrial pollution problem. It's really a big issue for everybody in the society, not only for human beings, total environment. Trees are getting, any living being is getting affected by this industrial pollution. There is a continuous development in the industries that is necessary. Inventions are made by the human being only, but the fruits of that particular invention not much felt by the human beings. The negative effects are more and more, and unless we control the pollution, it is not possible to make the industrial development fruitful to the human beings. So this brief presentation of this industrial pollution, I conclude for today. So that is my request to you is, as engineers, as a student of engineering, or as after becoming the engineer, wherever you go, this particular environmental pollution aspect has to be studied, and whenever somebody is not following the stringent rules and regulations, and you are the person to insist on that particular. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for throwing light on various industries causing pollution and the adverse effects it has on wildlife and people, and also highlighting on the importance of processing the raw materials in an effective way, which will be healthy for our ecosystem. Be if they are able to rid themselves within the limits of human nature of the striving for the wish fulfillment of material kinds, the goal to raise the spiritual values of society. It is my pleasure to introduce the speaker of second session, Dr. Rajshri Rao. Dr. Rajshri Rao is a professor in electronics and communication engineering and also a vice principal academics. She graduated in ECE from Punjab Engineering College, Chandigarh, did her post-graduation in electronics and controls from BITS Bilani, and doctorate in ECE from Dr. MGR University, Chennai. She has served in various engineering colleges in Chennai, Hyderabad, and Oman for last 30 years. She was principal of a reputed engineering college for 7 years. She is author of 5 textbooks in ECE and has published 35 research papers in international journals. She was committee member of first international conference on VLSI held in Milan, Italy in 2013. She presented papers in various conferences held in USA, Malaysia, Singapore, Spain, and India. She received Shiksha Bharati Puraskar at New Delhi for academic excellence. I invite Madam to enrich the audience on human values and ethics. Please, ma'am.
Good afternoon. Salam alaikum, namaste to all my fellow friends out here, their parents and budding young students. Today is the second session for me out here. You already met me during the introduction part, the induction program of the day 1. Today I'm going to talk about the human values and ethics. In fact, when your dean first year, Dr. Shashi Kiran, requested me to speak on this topic, I immediately accepted. Because being vice principal of academics, I feel that you students will be complete only if you follow have some human values and follow some ethics. So with that in mind, today I address to you about the human values and ethics. Students, everything you think, everything you feel, every action you take is because of your beliefs and values. You may not be aware of it, you may not be cautious of it, but your values shape your decisions and your decisions shape your life. Your values signify what is important to you. Human values are infinite. What are human values and why are they important? My dear students, human values are the treatments that we give to others, like family, teachers, parents, friends, etc., by showing kindness, compassion, and sympathy. Let me just give you an example. Say I have a picture of my favorite God. This, I'll value it. I'll treasure it. So any picture of a thing you treasure, maybe your parents' photograph, your children's photograph, your grandchildren's photograph, or your friend's photograph, you'll value it. But this is another paper which is just as waste. So I'll just crush it and I'll throw it out. So I have given value to the paper which I wanted to treasure, and the other paper, I just scrapped it and threw it off. Now, let me tell you one more interesting story. The professor invited all of us to their house. And in the conversation, it soon turned out the professor just went inside Aika. Is that okay? The professor went inside. He brought a big flask of coffee and a large number of cups. Few cups were porcelain, few were assorted, few were plastic, few were disposable, few were steel, and so on. Then he asked all his students, his ex-students, the alumni who had gone to meet him, to take coffee. Everybody started selecting the best cup out of it. And the ones which were disposable or the plastics were left. Then the professor said, see, each one of you selected the best and started eyeing each other's coffee cups. This is what happens in our daily life. Your cup adds value to life. All you need is a coffee. Your job, your position, your status, your money, it's adding value to the life. So these are the tools which are holding your coffee. So human values are what you are taking it for the betterment of your life. So we expect you to speak very kindly, care deeply, and love generously. Life is just a cup of coffee, students. We are here on a very short period of time, and then each one of us have to go back to from where we have come. Your money, your status will not be remembered. What is remembered is how you have reached into the people's heart, how they are remembering because of the good deeds. So as students of engineering, AICTE has introduced this as one of the sessions during the induction program so that the students are inculcated with human values and ethics. In fact, in one of the semesters, you have this as a subject of 0 credit about human values and professional ethics. Because when you are going for a job, when you go for a job interview or when you're working, it is not your percentage alone which matters. What matters is your attitude to life. And believe me, you should be knowledgeable, but at the same time, the interviewer pays 90% weightage for your attitude. Because during your academics, you have already learned the subject. So they are going to check up how you are going to face their team, how you will be moving in their organization. So that way, attitudes, your behavior, your values you have, the ethics you have plays very, very vital role in shaping your career too. Now there are many slides, please. There are many human values. As I told you, it is infinite. However, I'll be just addressing the 10 most important human values which are required. The first most important is your health and energy. This is the most important, especially for the people who had experienced drastic health problems. Great health will give you energy and vitality, which will give you healthy, and you will be able to dive into deeper good things in life. Make the value of your health and energy the most highest priority in your life. Let me just tell you an incident which has happened to me. In 2018, I had a shortness of breath, pain in the chest while I was taking class here. I was rushed to the hospital, and later on the angiogram done, it showed that I had myocardial bridging. That means the artery is tunneling inside the muscle. Or in other words, the muscle is growing over your artery. So whenever the heart contracts, the artery is getting squeezed and the blood flow reduces. And there are cases where the person dies instantly. So my friends used to fool me around, saying that I may die in the college too. My children too were worried. However, it was the God who had really saved me. I had checked up. There are two components which are very, very important for the heart. There is a magnesium which actually relaxes your heart. And the calcium is what is activating the heart muscles. So if your diet is balanced between your magnesium and calcium content, so that you do not have much of cholesterol, you don't have cholesterol at all, and you are able to lead a happy life, it will be good. So I analyzed and I changed my diet accordingly. And believe me, today, I'm so perfect, I'm not taking any medicines at all. Except for the COVID, what we need to take, the vitamin C and the zinc, I'm not on medicines. I climb of breath and done. So students, health is most important. It is in your hands. What I want to emphasize is, if you career in your studies first initially, you will not be able to do anything. In life. The next value is about the love. This is not the romantic love what I'm mentioning, but the love for all the things, the true and non-judgmental. Your friends, your education, your experience, everything. And you will see that everything will be good. You will stop hating your fellow friends too. There is truly no power on earth than gratitude. Real gratitude shuts the negative emotions. How important it will be if you're feeling good. Somebody says, thank you. It will be very, you'll feel happy. Which happened to one of my relatives recently. She was suffering from COVID. She had a number of multiple diseases. And one of her cousins, she was working, having a respectable position, and had to get up at morning 3 o'clock, cook everything, give it to their house, and then come back to the organization. And she took care that the lady gets a lot of protein. But once she was okay, she was not at all having a gratitude. That should not be. So happy as one word, thank you. Say thank you to your friends. Once you receive a gift, the person feels happy. And that is what should be said. You will see the magic in your life when you are appreciating the people, your friends, your family members who do some service to you. The next is about the kindness and compassion. The world we live, students, will be a better place if we show kindness and compassion. It is like placing you in someone else's shoes before you notice. Have you noticed how good you will be when you are of a kind someone is noticing for no reason? Because you have the right to be of that kind. You have to make the kindness and compassion also one of the priority in your life. The next is about integrity. Integrity is knowing yourself, what you are doing. That will bring pride to you, that will bring peace to you. It is such a powerful tool that it makes no difference to your own life, but it will set up and your life will be very valuable. You'll be having peace once you bring honesty and trust in your tasks. So this is what is very important. The next We humans are built to give, not just money or things, but what we need to give selflessly. Karma will always ensure that what you give will be returned back, but doesn't mean that you have to keep in mind, yes, I'm giving something, so I should get back. That should not be the thing. So recently, a month back, in the month of October, we had heavy rains in Hyderabad. And during that time, many families lost all their belongings. They just came to the road without anything. That is when the people had to give in charity. Food, clothes, shelter, everything. And there were a number of people, there were a number of NGOs, there were a number of public who came forward to help the people who were on the roads. How different it would have been, how to the people in need, the resources, what they needed. Resources, I mean, the food, shelter, etc. The next is about the growth. Human beings are wired to grow. Growing is not just physically growing. So it means you need to have a better choice of living with a higher values in life. The next is peace. Peace is not than having peace. If you are living in peace, it's a blissful thing. Let us not go for any fights, no community fights, nothing. Everything is peaceful. You will be able to focus more on what the next is about family, friendship, and connection. It is caring about someone who really cares about you, who thinks about bringing you reciprocate and value the ties you have with your family and with your members. That is better. Is it audible now? Okay. Right. I was sorry, there was slight disturbance. It is playfulness. You have a fun. It is the and you do not know what you are doing. Your parents will be happy when you score very good in your academics. Your parents will be happy when you have won a laurels in sports or some competitions. Nothing will give your parents happiness than the well-being of you students. So, and your happiness, you will be happy when you see that you have scored very well in life. You will be happy when you see that you that is what is needed. People, you have to be happy to be more constructive in this. Happiness you will get when you are contented, you are satisfied with what you have. 10 most important human values. I'll just summarize. It is the health and growth. You have love, gratitude, and appreciation. Then you have kindness and compassion, integrity, you have giving, growth, peace, family, friends, and connection, and you have the happiness. These are few of the values which we are using in day-to-day life without our knowledge, but what we should do. Now, there is ethics are what we require to move in daily to day. There's a helico. Work very hard. From morning 8 o'clock, they'll be putting their service for 12 to 14 hours. And they'll land because they are not having any proper on the results. There is a lot of stress. How are we going to get the results? Are doing. They fear there was no proper goals. We should remove all the negative energies. Work hard and you should plan. You set the goals, study and work hard. Work hard and follow automatically once you are planned and you executed everything. You should be results. I just quoted an example of the Hillary Clinton, who stood for the election in America for president elections, and she was contesting against the. Now, she had promised a number of services she would do if she was chosen as the president, and she would have been the first woman to enter into the White House. However, she accepted, and had she not been she would have had high BP or she would have got a diabetic. That was not the case. So why I'm quoting this is you need to be very, very strong. Focus of you. Everybody cannot become the topo. Everybody, you have to do your best. What you do your best and leave that. I'm very sure you will be getting awarded for what you deserve, and you have to accept that. My attitude is to duty and accept loco. Crying, going for suicides will not serve the purpose. Do not take the parents, think about your siblings, think about your others who have really nurtured you a lot. So accept what time, I'm very sure you will be able to climb on the ladder of success. Always you think of the defense system. In 1984, in the cricket, most of you are fond of cricket. Sunil Gavaskar was not able to attack the defense way. And the West Indies were very strong. That is when the BCCI has started coaching Sunil Gavaskar in how to attack the defense system. And he did so well that India was able to bag the World Cup. And after that, nobody could beat Sunil Gavaskar. So you have to be in a position to attack the defense system. Not through hatred, but by taking it in a proper manner. So what you need is you need to have determination, you need to do intensive hard work, and you need to accept the ideas of others. These are the three factors you need to take care. And these three factors were quoted by Bill Gates. He is the self-made richest man in the world. His autobiography, Business at the Speed of Light, he mentions that he had just followed three policies. He had the determination, he had done intensive hard work, and he accepted the ideas of others. Once you do that, there will not be any problems at all. Your future, your career will be excellent. I had told earlier too in the induction program about the money. I had requested the parents not to give money. Students, you might have been hurt or angry when I said that, but there is something behind when I said that. You should not emphasize this factor which is called money at this junction. Because money can buy you a good house, but not a home. Money can buy you a lot of medicines, but not a good health. Money can buy you expensive clothes, but it will not give you the beauty or make you handsome. What you need is the minimum things, and without troubling your parents, you need to put them. Yeah, again, I'll quote you one of the example. Once I moved from Chennai to Hyderabad, I was working in a college where one of Ravi Kumar, I think his name is, communication, getting a very good MSET rank. And his friends started praising him, saying he looks like Anil Kapoor. He was carried away. He doesn't come from a very good family. He had financial problems and he had taken loan for his education. However, he used that money for purchasing good clothes, good shoes, and wanted to pose like a Anil Kapoor. That boy, students, he did not complete his engineering. I met him after 15 years when he had come to my house for painting the house for my daughter's wedding. He was working as a painter. That should not happen to any of you. My blood bled because such an intelligent boy, he got spoiled because of the money. His friends just told he looks like Anil Kapoor. He got carried away and he spoiled his life. I refer this in most of my speeches because I do not want another student of that time. Focus on your studies. Participate in every event. Make your career wonderful. That will automatically your mind that what happened to one of my students. You cannot think of any proper life. So at this moment, when you are in the age group of some 17 to 19 years, you should not think of money. Don't trouble your parents. Your parents love you so much. They will take all means, take some loan somewhere and give you the money. Don't misuse, don't trouble your parents. Just emphasize, think of think with your mind and the heart. You think rationally, you talk purposefully, you act meaningfully, don't focus on money. One of your friend comes in a car, you pester your parents for a car. One of your friend comes on a bike, you want a bike. Never do that, students. You will get automatically, you will be able to procure that once you are a good engineer. At this moment, you are in a college where all your faculty members, all your head of the departments, your principal, management, everybody wants to see you coming out with flying colors. Aditya Birla, he died of cancer at the age of 51. He had cancer and nothing could save him. He had a lot of money, isn't it? Michael Jackson, whose songs you listen, few of your, you had sent some events, the dance one of the students had sent with the music of Michael Jackson. He slept in a bed of $70,000, but passed away. That or 3 minutes. That should try to do your best. Now I'll just tell you something what is very, very important as a student. No, I'll just speak for a few more minutes. Intelligent quotient. IQ, we say that the student has got very good IQ level. We have mathematical quotient. Very strong in maths and physics. So once you get very excellent marks in maths, they say yes. It is true. The same way you have a quotient for your mind about the various awareness. So all those will come into picture. Late in 1980s, what happened was, with the intelligent quotient alone, with a good IQ, things were not moving in. IQ is good, you get 90% above and all. Whereas there is something which is called as emotional quotient, which is also required. It is more about when you have a good IQ, when you have a good, you tend to become very good leaders. Students who are in the having very good IQ level will get jobs in MNCs. Sure, they will get it. The people who are having a lesser percentage, they will become entrepreneurs. This is on the lighter side. So the persons with the very high percentages, they get absorbed in MNCs. Lesser one, those who are having a lesser percentage, they go for making up the various. So what I want to inform you people, percentage is less. It is not that only the students who are in the first 10 ranks will get a job. In the society, we need a number of entrepreneurs, we need a number of scientists. So you have to understand how you will go in. So EQ quotient. Spiritual quotient is necessary if you want to have success in life. You are getting growth once you have put a number of, say you have become an entrepreneur and you have a good turnover, 5 crores, 500 crores, lot you become, but there's no growth. Once you combine this growth with the emotional thing, with the emotional quotient, then what you get is your progress. And this progress, once you combine it with morality, spirituality, you get what is success. So a person will be successful in life if there is a combination of IQ, EQ, and SQ. That is why in the institutions, in the academic institutions, right from your childhood, you have a small session for prayer. That is only to inculcate various other things in you. Now the various five, there are some 8 SQs which are flexibility to change. You cannot be rigid at any time. You have to be flexible and change, adapt various circumstances. Self-awareness. You know where you are talking, that is what is required. Then you should have the ability to face and use. Nobody comes up without having any failures. Everybody has sure to come up in life. You rise with the failures. That is what it is. So even if you fail in any subject, I'm focusing right from your academics point of view, do not get disheartened. Maybe next time you'll be able to score well. But I wish all of you will pass in the first attempt only. Then to be inspired by the vision and to see connection between various diverse things. Then do not harm anyone. And you need to ask a number of fundamental questions, and you need to have the ability to think and act in any conversation. This is what is required for the spiritual quotient. More than that, students, you should not adopt to, because I'm talking about the ethics, never adopt to any unethical practices. Education too is becoming diluted. There are few universities which bribe the students for clearing their thesis, passing on the thesis, and so on. That should not be there. You have to take education in the most pious way. Never go for any shortcuts. Your rise may be slow, but it will be very, very concrete. You are success and you will be, though it is out of the box, I would say if you chant, this is what has been the research done in the University of Philadelphia. And this was detected by the psycho software in about few years back. And it says that if you chant the holy name of God, whatever be your religion, caste, creed, and all, it was analyzed that the children in the age group of 4 to 12, if they chant, their memory increases by 23%. In the age group of 12 to 22, the age group in which you students are, your willpower and the confidence will increase, and it increases by 15%. Then in the age group, will be able to absorb the various shocks in life. And in the age group of 60 to 80, you will be getting. So this is what it is. Now, everything is in your hands. Have a blissful. Say you want to drive a car miles an hour, it will be a fun. But if you are able to possess the car, what your parents or friends have, that will be a joy. However, if you work hard, get a job and purchase a car, that will be a blessing, and a happiness you get will not be, you cannot share it with anyone. That is what it is. So what we expect is you should have an increase in the tolerance level, you should have an increase in your acceptance level, and you try to be a good person. Try to be a good professional, try to be a good human being. I hope, students, that you will develop not only academically, be happy, and I hope I have given you some information about the human values and ethics, and I wish you will be applying it in your future. And God bless you, and thank you for listening to me patiently. Any queries you have, you can ask me. These are something which you are applying right now in daily life, your knowledge. But what is expected is you need to become a very good human being. As I told you once, eventually all of you would like to get a job, or you want to become an entrepreneur. So attitude, your ethics, your values pay more important than your percentages. That is what is required. That has been quoted even by Ratan Tata. He had said, whatever be your academics, you should learn to donate generously. See that you at least save one life in your lifetime. That will be better. Thank you.
Thank you, madam, for enlightening the importance of attitude, behavior, values, and ethics in shaping the character of a person and emphasizing on the 10 most important human values to be inculcated in our daily life. You don't have to be great to start, but you have to start to be great. Placements give students the opportunity to gain skills specific to their subject or industry of choice, as well as the employability skills required for real life work. I would like to introduce the speaker of the next session, Ms. Stuti Bharadwaj, the Director of Corporate Relations. A self-motivated person who leads from the front and likes to create examples through her hard work is what defines Ms. Stuti Bharadwaj. She is an MBA graduate with majors in HR finance. She has more than 11 years experience working with corporate and educational institutions. She takes care of all the training interventions at Lord's Institution. She is a highly professional person who is concerned with more than 2,000 HRs across India. She has played a vital role in policy formation and establishing a strong brand of Lords in the field of placements. I invite Madam to create an awareness among students on placement resources, techniques, and achievements. Please, ma'am.
Started? Good afternoon, everyone. I am Stuti and I take care of placements of Lord's Institute of Engineering and Technology. So before starting anything so that I can share with you, I think you all must watch this particular video. Okay.
20 minutes later. 6.5 hours later. 1 eternity later.
And his name is John C.
Well, I hope everyone has seen this particular video. So may I know that how many students are there in the session? Can you please hands up? Okay. So can I get the link of this? Yes. Okay. So after this video, what have you analyzed? That what has happened in this particular video? Can anyone explain?
Isn't there? Don't correct it.
Okay. Okay. So just share a link on WhatsApp. Huh. I want to put it. I just need a WhatsApp link. I'll know that everyone can see me, right? Have you all seen the video?
No.
Anyone would like to explain what you have seen in the video?
Video नहीं है.
Yes, ma'am.
No video, no audio proper.
Is anyone
Your voice is not clear.
video?
Ma'am, your voice is not coming,
The whole
ma'am.
session is buffering, ma'am.
Ma'am, today. Guys, you want to see it once again?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, once again.
Yes, yes, we
It's
want
not
to see
audible.
the time.
Yes.
Okay. See, I would be really happy if you guys will talk to me, you guys will speak to me, because I'm going to tell you that why you are doing BTech and what is the scope of BTech, and after BTech, how you will be leading your life, because I am the person who is going to show you the door of the college after your BTech, after your 4 years. Understand? So if you have any query in between, you can tell me, you can come in between and you can ask. No issues with that. Okay. So let me just start with a small PPT which I have. So I just want to tell you that what and how you have to prepare yourself for 4 years, so that after 4 years you can get a very good company with good package and a very good career ahead. Sir, may I have a PPT? Okay, so let me just start with my first slide. This is a confused state. Okay, so each student who all college, any XYZ college, while doing BTech or any XYZ degree, they are confused. The reason being why confused, because they have a lot of options that what to do, how to do, which branch they have to choose to get a career ahead after your 4 years. So this is your state of mind right now, that why we are confused, right? So we are here to kill this confusion. We are there to guide you, to tell you what to do, how to do, what not to do, what best you can do, so that we can take out best from you out and we can give you a beautiful career ahead. So this slide is actually showing that what are your career opportunities after 4 years. I hope this is 1 a.m. and you might be going for lunch and all, but I will not take most of your time and I will keep it very less crisp and straight, so that you guys will not be getting bored. So I just want to tell you, after 4 years of your career, what you will be having. You will be having 3 options, right? 3 options you can say, that is, one is your higher education, second one is your jobs, and third one is entrepreneurship. So higher education is not difficult to understand, that you can easily opt for MS, you can easily go for MTech, you can go for MBA. But here, second option is job. Okay, job is nothing but a platform to start where you can reach to your career. So there is a huge difference between career and job. So we here help you to build your career as a whole, not only just a particular job. Then third thing which falls under your career is entrepreneurship. So now you have to choose after your 4th year what you have to be. Either you have to go for your higher studies, either you have to have your dream job and get settled, and then entrepreneurship. But here in Lodge, we prepare you guys for all 3 things. One is your higher education, another one is your jobs, right? So next slide. So in next slide, I'll be telling you that what are the job segments here. we have in your BTech. So this particular thing is very important that you must be aware of, irrespective of the fact that you are from which branch. So where you can fetch any dream job, you can live your life you want. So one is technical slash core jobs, and second one is semi-technical, and third one is non-technical. See, now when you have taken admission in BTech, so do not think that we can't opting for BTech, CS, EC, EEE. It is must that you should the language. Language doesn't mean English, Hindi, or something. Your Python. But here, when it comes to your interest areas, there are so many things which fall under semi-technical jobs and non-technical jobs, where these jobs also will fetch you a very good package and a very beautiful life ahead. So now let me just start with technical core jobs. So what do you understand by technical core jobs? Anyone? Will anyone would like to come up with the idea that what is technical core job, students? What is technical and your core job, irrespective of the fact that you are coming from which background, whether it's CS, EC, EEE, mechanical, IT, civil, whatever. Okay, so technical domain. Your domain can be anything. That is, if you talk about CSC, what is your domain? Domain knowledge. It comes your networking, your coding, inventing anything for product development. In technical jobs, one is for your product development companies, and another one is your service base. So both the companies will be offering you very good packages and very good profiles, plus a very good growth. So now it comes and core jobs. So what is service? So what is this technical and core job? For example, if I'm a person and I'm coding and I'm doing something, I'm making a code and the page is floating, or maybe you are creating any code, you are making games, any XYZ thing. But now you need a support. You have written a code, you have optimized the code. Now people are using it, people are watching it. But now what? You need a support. If I'm unable to do that, okay, if you have made some app or something, now I'm unable to do that, you need a support. So that support is known as semi-technical jobs, where you have to use your technical domain only, but you are not into making it, but you are into supporting it. So I can say that semi-technical jobs are backbone for technical core jobs. If technical person is making and creating something, so semi-technical person is supporting it, so that this technical thing, that coding or whatever product you have made, that will not fall down. Okay, so for example, there is a very very simple and small example. You might have heard about SAP. So SAP is a software, right? So if you learn SAP, how to work on SAP, or there are so many softwares like AutoCAD is there, okay, then CATIA is there, Pro is there. This is for civil and mechanical students, and there are a hell lot of softwares are there where semi-technical students are doing it like this. So now third one is, so what do you mean by non-technical job? To say anything, any student? So now there is a question, that we also, anyone would would like to speak, like to share their views? Okay, let's see. Now, non-technical jobs. Non-technical jobs are those jobs which fall under your marketing and your sales. Understand? So these jobs are high paid jobs in the market right now. And plus point is, if you go for non-technical jobs, you'll get huge packages as well as you will get a growth in very less period of time. Let's say if I talk about Jaro and Byju's, they give you 10 lakh rupees package, and just 12 if you have a capability, you can become a vice president sales, vice president marketing, or national head sales within a span of years. So this is what is the growth quotient these companies have with themselves. This is not only I'm talking about Jaro and Byju's. There are software companies as well, any product development companies as well, who offer you very good technical jobs. But for that, you must have some different skill set that I'll be telling you later. So now my next slide is, so why we do BTech or why we study, why is why. So now it comes to highest paid job opportunities, jobs which we can get from market or from industry. So I would like to tell you that highest paid job opportunities you can only fetch from two things. One is your product based companies, and second one is your sales and marketing, right? So I'm just giving you a glimpse. So once you guys for campus placements, you might have heard, maybe you are in first year, then also I expect and I feel that you placement thing. Okay, so now I talk about product based companies. All the companies like Google is there, Oracle is there, Adobe is there. So all these companies are product based companies. Product based companies means they develop certain things. Some, some softwares they can produce. So my main key point is production from scratch to end. Companies, actually these companies are those companies who give you maximum package. If I talk about VMware, they work in the field of networking. So networking, you'll get to know gradually that what is networking. Networking here is not talking to each other. Networking here is cyber security and your security of the systems. You can talk about any banks, any MNCs, they need to save their data from hackers. So this is what we call as networking. Under networking, you have to save your data. So VMware actually gives 25 lakh rupees package for a fresher. Okay, so now if I talk about Microsoft start with 16 lakhs. That is their lowest salary. Now if I talk about Google totally your bargain power, that what is your quality, what are your skill set, based upon that Google will offer you. Google actually starts with somewhere around 17 to 18 lakhs, and it ranges to 1 crore, 1.2 crores, totally up to you how much you can fetch. Now it comes to your Oracle starts with 4.8 lakhs. Okay, but the graph of growth is too good. Within a span of 3 to 4 to 5 years, you can fetch more package as well as your profile will be increased. So this is, I have just given you a glimpse of product based companies. So don't think that these companies like Microsoft, Google, these companies are only giving you good packages. There are so many companies who are just started. So those companies will also will give you a very good package, like Upgrade is there, then Yellow Messenger is there. Okay, Unacademy is there. There are so many companies who will be giving you very good packages, but like you have to fight for it. You have to have good skill sets for that, and you have to upskill yourself. And if you are in to start working on yourself from day one. Okay, so here I'm talking about working on your languages, whether it is Python, whether it is Java, whether it is C++. This is specifically for CSC, EC and EEE students. And I can also include my civil and mechanical students also into it. Languages, you need not to have a certain type of this branch or something. If you are keen to learn, if you want to have very good packages, you must learn the languages. So languages, C++ is actually not easy to learn. It is kind of moderate, but if you learn C++, it is very easy to learn Python. So once you have learned Python, it is very easy to go for Java. And right now, Java is a need of an hour. Maximum of the companies are using Java, Node.js, but now don't think that Java and Node.js are the same. Java is different and Node.js are different. Okay. Second important thing is algorithms and data structures. You can learn any language is not a problem, but what you must be knowing is your algos and your data structures. You learn any XYZ language, no problem, but until or unless you do not know what are algos and what are data structures, you cannot do anything. Okay, so my step 3 is very easy and very concrete. What you have to do, how you have to be proficient into that. First, you have to start learning, then you have to practice it. How you are going to practice it? That is, we have so many things. Okay, there are competitive codings. Okay, that is your hacker rank is there, and your geeks for geeks are there, Hathon is there, code chef is there, and then hacker earth is there. There are so many competitive like what do you say, competitions are there, where not only you guys and the students from pan India, so all the students from pan India will be participating. Okay, and make sure one thing in your mind from day one, that only Lords is not your competition. Make sure, okay, just keeping this thing in your mind so that you can prepare yourself from day one, that entire tier 1, tier 2, tier 3 colleges and entire India is your competition. So when I talk about that pan India is your competition, all the companies, maximum of the companies now, what they are doing is they are sharing open links for Lords, for any XYZ college, for BITS, for IITs, for NITs, everyone. They are sharing the same link for recruitment purpose. So that is the main thing here, that you are not only going to compete with Lords, you are going to compete with entire India. So now when you have learned the language, you have practiced your algos, your data structures, then you have done with your competitive coding. Next thing is your theory. Theory means your basics. Basics means your course content, what you are going to study in your 4 years. So all the subjects, make sure that all the subjects, whatever subjects you are going to study it from base to end. It is must to learn the basics. Maybe, you know, in your practical life, only your C++, Python, Java or something else will be in use. But when it comes to your knowledge and when it comes to your technical interviews, it is very important to know that what subject actually you have studied and how you can use it in your practical life to solve the problems. So now my few things are there, like end game. I'm just telling it in the end game. So to make your career, you just only need to go for these 4-5 steps. So this 5th step is end game. End game comes, and now it is their interview. Interview you have to face at the last. So if you are good in your studies, it doesn't mean that that thing will fetch you a job. You have to be very good with your interpersonal skills as well. So it means in a very simple language, one thing, that whatever is going in your mind, sorry, you should be able to speak it out. Okay, so whatever is going, I'm not far excellent in English, but you must be able to explain what is going in your mind, that too with good English. Okay, so for interview process or for interview things they have shared, that is interview bits, then LEET code is there, then career cup is there. If you just Google it, you will get the entire information. There are so many interview questions and so much stuff is there so that you can take it ahead. So this was, I was talking about your product based companies. So now I'll be telling you sales and marketing. So now I have taken admission in BTech, but I'm very good in speaking, I'm very good in public speaking, I'm very good in conducting some events, I have those leadership qualities, but I can't do coding. Okay, no problem. So but I want to earn money. So everyone wants to earn money after doing a job or something like that. So you have to have a good communication skills plus problem solving skills to fetch sales and marketing jobs. So sales and marketing jobs is nothing but how best you are in solving the problems. Okay, so for that, for fetching sales and marketing jobs, what you need is you need good interpersonal as well as very good representation of yourself into the market. So this is what I wanted to tell you, that highest paid job opportunities in India or in the world are either product based company. Either you have to be very good for your technical side, or you have to be very, very good into your interpersonal style. Okay, so next slide. Guys, anyone is having any doubt, any question, you can ask me. No problem with that. Yeah, so my next step, what I wanted to tell you is the procedure. What is the procedure? How you can get a job? Okay, so here we have 3-4 things. That first is percentage criteria. So why we have percentage criteria? Let's say, I'm just putting it in a very small example, that if some XYZ company is coming up with the positions and they are having 10 or 20 openings, let's talk. Amazon gives 27 lakh rupees package for product development for a fresher. Okay, so now how those people are gonna recruit you? So what they will be doing, what they will be doing, they will be sending a link to pan India, not only to Lords, not only to any XYZ college. Okay, they will be creating a link where you will be taking the first round of your interview. So they have sent a link to all the students. So now you will be a part of their recruitment process. So now what they will do, they will cut down. See, they have only 20 positions, but they have sent link to, let's say, 20 colleges in Hyderabad, where Lodge is also there. So in 20 colleges, how many students will be there in 5,000, 6,000, but they have only 20 positions. So now what they will be doing is, first of all, they will be cut the crap. That what I say is, what they have to do is, they have to, they will be eliminating few students before even taking the test. So what they will be doing is, they will be doing certain eligibility criteria. For example, how much percentage you are having in your 10th, in your plus 2 and your BTech, and to your intermediate percentage, they prefer your BTech percentage. So make sure your percentage should not get down. If you seeking good companies with higher packages plus good profiles, so what they will be doing is, they will be cutting down all the students who are having, let's say for Amazon, they take 85%. So if you are having below 85% in your BTech, automatically you are eliminated. Okay, so this is why they do is just cut the crowd, so that for 20 positions they want best students, because they are going to give you 27 lakh rupees for a year. So they want the cream. Okay, so next is, yeah, your written test. In written test, what they do is, they will be asking you two things. One is your MCQs, and second one is your coding. So MCQs are multiple answers they will be giving you for your aptitude or for your verbal or your reasoning. So MCQ is nothing but where we can get to know that how to solve the problems, what are the skill set of the students, in how much less time a student can actually solve the problem. This is for your MCQs. And then the coding part will be there if you want to go for any technical interview. And this is only not only for your CSEC EEE student, this is for civil and mechanical as well, that if they are looking something really good in their only domain, they must be knowing some sort of software which will be using in their domain. Okay. Then third would be your technical interview. Technical interview would be a face-to-face your domain knowledge will be checked, which actually includes your internal and your external knowledge. Internal knowledge means your whatever you have studied for your 4 years of span of time in your BTech. So you must be knowing that what all subjects like DBMS is there, networking is there, and what all subjects are there, how good you are into that. And apart from that, that second thing is that how good you are in your languages and how good you are to use them. Okay. So next would be your interview would be HR interview, where HR will be talking to you. He or she will be speaking to you and knowing about you, that what kind of person you are. Will you be, if we will offer you, will you be in the company, how stable you will be, with another people. So this is how HR actually discuss with you. And most discuss your CTC means your cost to company, means your salary. This is the most important thing of your HR interview. So next thing, so next slide is how to prepare. It is not a very difficult process to learn something. If I'm talking about languages, it will barely take you 2 to 3 months to learn the languages. But what is the important thing is how you utilize it in your daily life. That is important. For that, you need so much of time to execute it. Here, how we prepare you in lots, that is, we give you technical training. In technical training, we actually teach you coding, all the languages what I was telling you. Like we also teach you how to do coding in Java, Python and C++. And we will be teaching you algos, and we will be teaching you the data structure, what is being asked by the corporates in the soft skills and your aptitude skills. So I was just telling you about the MCQs, right? In MCQ, you will be getting aptitude. Aptitude is nothing but simple questions, simple mathematical questions, which you have actually learned from your 6th standard to your 10th standard. But here you do not have time to solve the questions. Here we will be giving you the tips and tricks that how to solve it, how to go and click and solve this problem in seconds. Understand? So that we would be training you on into it. So my next thing is your uh, yeah, aptitude comes in a set, that is your verbal and your aptitude and your logical reasoning. These three things consist of your aptitude skill. Now third one is your company specific knowledge. Let's say for example, if we are having TCS on campus, or we are having Adobe, or we are having Oracle, so they actually look for certain type of skill sets in the students. Okay, where being from this college we train you. If certain company is asking certain type of skill set in the students, what we do is we hire some trainers who are already good into that. So we call them on the campus, and those trainers will be training you on that particular thing. So next slide. Okay, so now this is very important, that why should we get this question from HRs in HR round, that why should we hire you? And since you are in your first year, you must inculcate all these stuff in your head, that why and how you have to be good and you have to be better than others. right? So first thing, how and why any company will be hiring you is strong domain knowledge. Domain knowledge is nothing but your subject as well as your language or your software knowledge, whatever is being used in the market. Then second thing is confidence, but you must be ensure that there is a very thin line between confidence and overconfidence. You must be good and you have to have a confidence. You should not be having overconfidence. Okay. Then third and very important thing right now, which is being followed in corporates, is work balance. Work life means if your in time is 10 and if your out time is 5, so you must not be at your seat by 5:01. What does it mean? Working stipulated time that you are incompetent. If you cannot work from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m., you are not good. Understand? So what you have to do is whatever you are practicing, whatever language you are learning, and what is your technical domain, irrespective of the fact you are from any XYZ branch, you should be good and you should be productive in that stipulated period of time. What is your working time has been given by your employer. If it is 10 to 5, if some work is assigned to you, you must be and you should be able to complete that entire thing till from 10 a.m. to 5 a.m. If you will stick in your organization after 5, after 6, so right now in corporates you would be considered as incompetent. Make sure whatever you are learning, you should be very good into it and you should be doing it in quick manner. Then proactiveness is nothing but having a vision that what is happening after some time. Understand? So this is what we call as proactiveness. Proactiveness means no one is going to come and telling you you have to do this, do it, you have to do this, do it, learn this thing, make sure you'll do it. No, it should come from your inside. Okay, that this I have to do. What will I do? See, like you are kids. Okay, so what we do is after having breakfast we think what we'll be having in the lunch, or after lunch we'll be thinking that what we'll be having in the snacks, then we'll be thinking what we'll be having after snacks. But same here in your professional life as well. If you have learned something, now second step is you must know that now what is the next step, what I should be doing. Don't stuck in your comfortable zone. Be proactive, learn. If you are thinking that after 2 years some technology is going to hit us, start learning right now. Now next thing is appetite for learning new things. So you might have heard there is a proverb given by a very influential person that stay hungry, stay foolish. I am not going to tell you who was the person, that you have to find it out that who was that person who has given the quote, stay hungry, stay foolish. So I'm just going to tell you, always have an appetite to learn new things. And when it comes to learning new things, you are not only supposed to learn new things from your teachers and from your elders, you can learn new things from your juniors as well. So learning is a process. This is a lifetime process. You can learn whatever you want to learn from anybody, anyone, anywhere. Pick it up, learn it, grab it, keep it full. Now next is, if you want to be a player for long term, this is a simple thing: learn, practice and move on. For example, I'm just going to tell you for a brief that for right now you have learned your C++. Okay, you have learned it. Now you have practices all the data structures, algos, problem solvings. You are done with it, with your practice. Now what you have to do is, do not stuck there. For example, you have got a job in TCS as an analyst. Okay, so what you have to do is you have to work on your C++ language. But now do not stuck there, because your growth will be hampered. Move ahead from C++, move to Python, start working on that. Okay, try to utilize it in a different way. Or if I talk about C++, try to do it something different. So do not stuck with your skill sets, just keep on upgrading yourself. Then next is ability to implement technical knowledge into action. See, whatever you are studying in your 4 years, everyone you might have seen Three Idiots. You have seen how this Rancho guy have learned things and how he has utilized things from his intermediate science books, right? So you should be having the ability to implement whatever you are studying in your 4 years of huge span. This is a very, very big span of your year, 4 years. So my next slide is about your SWOT analysis. Generally, SWOT analysis has been taught in your MBAs, but here I'm just going to tell you in your first year itself what is SWOT analysis. SWOT analysis is nothing but your strengths, your weaknesses, your opportunities, and your threats. You should be always come up with these 4 things. What are the strengths, what are your weaknesses, what are your opportunities, and what are your threats? I'm just going to give you a glimpse then that your strengths and weaknesses are your internal thing, but your opportunities and your threats are your external thing. So you always have to calculate these 4 things. Strengths, you can do that. Weaknesses, you can do that. But what about opportunities and what about the threats? I'm just going to give you a very simple example of opportunities and threats. Opportunity means, for example, TCS have their recruitment process. They have given chance to lots, to BITS, to IITs, so all the colleges. So that is your opportunity. Now we have Adobe. Adobe has only given chance to lots, not any other XYZ college. So this is your opportunity. Okay, so like this is your, these are your opportunities, like on campus and off campus events. Now if I talk about threats, now threats here, like TCS has given opportunity for all the colleges, pan India. Pan India means full India. And now your threats are those students also who are in BITS, who are in IITs, who are in NITs, or any XYZ Vardhaman Nadan colleges near, which flowed for recruitment process. Those all are your threats. So to be a successful person, you must know your SWOT analysis every time. So next slide, please. Okay. So now I'm just going to tell you in very small thing that what are the do's and what are the don'ts. Okay, you have to follow to reach to your career. Okay. So first thing is in the recruitment process, what you have to do is you have to start then your logical reasoning, then your simple good English. I mean, good English means good English. Do not use, bad verbs or something like that. Generally, people do mistakes with did or didn't. They use third form of verb. This is a very simple mistake. Do not do that. Then after aptitude, logical reasoning, and English, what you have to do is you have to work for your coding, and then you have to clear your coding, your MCQs. And after that, few companies go for jam. Jam means just a minute. You have to speak about on certain topic for a minute. Then GD. GD is group discussion, where 15 or 10 students will be sitting and they will be discussing on some or the certain topic. And based upon that, based upon the knowledge you will be having and the way you are projecting yourself, you will be getting shortlisted or not. And then presentation skills should be really good. While you are explaining something, just forget that someone is listening or something like that, but prepare wisely and nicely before giving any presentation. Then there is a very simple thing which all the people, all your elders would be telling you that, read the newspapers on daily basis. If you will not remember it, somewhere in your mind you will be having the knowledge and the knack that what is happening right now in the world. And then you have to make an effective resume of yourself. Resume is nothing but your reflection that you might be knowing, and we will be also telling you in length that how to make your resume so that it will be more impactful and more effective. Now it comes to dressing up formally. Dressing up formally is nothing but look good. So when you are coming into college, okay, it should look like that you are going to college. Do not just come like in chappals, wearing dirty clothes, those are stinking. No, when you are entering into college, make sure you look good. You should look tidy, you should really smell well, you should have a proper DO or whatever is there. If you are coming on a bikes, do not stink while sitting in the classes like that. So this is dressing up formally. This will implicate in your this college life as well as in your interview. So now I would like to tell you, don't do what you do not have to do. The same what I have told you, do in the do's. So you should not be doing the don'ts. Not wearing formal clothes, coming in the chappals and weird hairstyles, stinking, dirty thing. Do not do that. Wear simple clothes, clean clothes, be tidy. then not able to give your introduction. Introduction is very, very important while giving any interview, because first question HR is going to ask you, introduce yourself. So when you are having a resume, able to tell what is not included in your resume, that is your introduction, and introduction should be real and verbal thing. So if you are looking for any good company, besides learning your languages, aptitude, your as important as it is your technical skills. So then not subjects, see, subjects matters. See, I'm telling you from day one, whatever your teachers are teaching you, keep it in your mind, keep your notes with yourself, make sure your basics should be really, really good. If your basics are actually your strength, so basics are very important. If you are having strong strength, you can make a good building into it. Not able to code, guys, this is for CS, EC, triple E, and even civil and mechanical students also. If some people from civil and mechanical as well looking for product development jobs, so you must know how to code. Not able to explain what is going in their mind is the main thing. See, I've told you that you need not to have extra, what do you say, excellent communication or excellent, whatever is going in your mind. If you are good, if you can explain it nicely but with good English, so that is okay. And the main important thing is attitude. Okay, see, skills we can inculcate in yourself, whatever is the requirement of the corporates, we can inculcate in yourself, but wrong attitude we cannot correct. That is your inherent. Okay, if you want to learn something, we can teach, but the process and the thought of learning something we cannot create in any XYZ person. Your forte, so you must be carrying a very good attitude in your personal as well as your professional life and in your college life. So this is what I wanted to tell you, that what exactly is required to get a good job, a good career. Details which I have given you, those are 70 to 80%. You can actually take it for your professional life, but if you follow a proper discipline, this is going to help you in your personal life as well. So I just want to know that if there is any questions or any doubts anyone would like to ask, I am there to reply. Anyone? I can see only 2 students over there on the web. Anyone would like to ask anything in relation of your career, your jobs, your process? Abrar, would you like to ask something? Any doubt? Anything? Any question, guys?
नमाज पढ़ना
Omar Abdullah, I can see you here. You have any question, any doubt? Muhammad Adnan? Guys, speak up.
Ma'am, I wanted to talk about this thing.
So I think there are no questions.
Hello, ma'am.
Okay.
Hello.
So what are the questions?
Hello.
Okay, tell me.
Hello, ma'am. There will be a technical issue. Boys want to talk to you.
Yeah, please tell me. How can I help you?
Ma'am, video is buffering a lot.
You don't need. Oh, no problem. I can hear you. You can ask your doubt. I'll be replying. Now you can just simply write in the chat box. I will be replying.
Yeah, ma'am. Chat.
We cannot hear you properly, ma'am.
Ma'am,
Ma'am,
chat is
chats are
disabled.
disabled.
Chat box will be better.
Madam.
Hello.
Yeah.
Ma'am, open chat box, ma'am. Chat box would be better, ma'am.
Okay, fine, fine. You write it there, or I will be taking your question.
Ma'am, chats are disabled.
Now you can write. You can write. See, I'm not a right person for your classes because I'm here for your jobs, your placements, your academics will be taken care by another faculties. Okay, ma'am, which your placement training start? Okay. So now I hope I'm edible. So I'm just taking your questions from here. That ma'am, which year Umar Abdullah has asked me where your placement training starts. So generally your placements training starts from your third year, but it is better that if you people will be start doing it from your first year onwards. Okay, you start learning yourself. We will be starting your training from your second year onwards. Okay. So next question is how to push conquer in one day. See, nothing will come in one day. You have to do a lot of hard work, and your hard work should be consistent from day one. It doesn't matter, how much hours you are going to study, 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours, 5 hours, whatever timings. If you pick 20 minutes daily, but your 20 minutes are consistent daily, so that will definitely is going to fetch you success never comes in one day. Okay, then next question, any update about books and syllabus? I'm not the right person, someone else will be telling you. What are internships? Yes, we provide internships as well. Internships starts from your third year onwards. So that ma'am, the person of who said the quote "Stay hungry" is good. Zaid Khan, nice. I appreciated that Steve Jobs. Deliberately, I did not tell the name of a person. Okay, Hamza Ali is asking, ma'am, you said first they will remove the crowd by the percentage, and how much minimum percentage there should be like to go for interviews. Very intelligent question, Hamza. I appreciate you for this question. See, if I talk about tier one companies who will be actually giving you the packages of more than 20 lakhs, definitely they comes with certain eligibility criteria, but there are so many companies who actually come up with zero eligibility criteria. If I talk about Emroads give you 16 lakh rupees package, but without any eligibility criteria, because they looking only and only for your skill set. So why I was emphasizing on your percentage, because in first year when students come just to have so much of fun, their percentages drop. So do not do that. Be serious from day one. Keep your percentage consistent. Okay, what's HR? Sayed Athar is asking what's HR. HR is a human resource person who comes from a company who is going to hire you. That HR person is actually the deciding factor after your entire interview process, your technical process, your all the processes. HR will be talking to you, and HR will be getting you on board whether your personality is suitable for his or her organization or not. Okay, how to stay focused during interviews? See, in interviews you will be automatically focused because there will be a lot of pressure, and you will be one to one with the interviewer, so automatically you will be focused. If you are not focused, You cannot even enter into your interview room. So there is no formula to get focused in interviews. But if you ask me to focus for your studies and for your trainings and for your technical knowledge, definitely you have to have a certainty, or you have to fix a particular syllabus or a particular time period, that yes, this 20 minutes or this 30 minutes is mine, I have to give it to my studies, and this 20 minutes I have to give it to my technical knowledge. So this is how you can stay focused for your studies and for your technical knowledge upgradation. Okay, do CSC and IT have same job opportunities? Not even CSC, IT are also having almost same opportunities, totally depending upon your skill set. You can fetch any XYZ job. Sayyid Muhammad is asking, ma'am, when can we start with internship and does the college help us? Yes, we help can we start then? Yes, you can start the internship from your second year onwards, and in few companies, and I'll tell you, renowned companies like TCS, Infosys, and Wipro, they give you internship opportunities from your first year itself. Okay, Marva is asking how to overcome from fear of facing the interviewer speaking up in the interview. See guys, to kill your fear is important, and there is only one solution to your killing the fear, is always go and speak with different type of people. When you face your fear, this is the only key to kill your fear. You have up in the public, you must take participation in your declamation, debate competitions, your events organization. You do vlogs. That is how you can come out with the fear of public speaking. Okay, plus there is a small thing, 5 minutes you can start speaking in front of mirror, talk to you. This is going to help you out. Now next is Furkan is asking, what package can I expect after the course, provided the fact that I score good in all semester? Package, we see last year, or I can say 2021, the highest package we have offered to students was from Code Nation, 33 lakh rupees. So here in Lodge, we are not lacking with the packages and the opportunities. So ranging from to 33 lakh rupees, we have all type of packages available here. Okay, so next question is, ma'am, if we not able to get the job from college campus, then how we are going to get through? If you are unable, see, we in every year we give you more than 40 to 50 opportunities. Okay, so if you are unable to get a job from 50 companies, I don't know how you will be doing it in outside campus. But trust me, to fetch job from your campus, college campus, is the easiest thing in the world to fetch any XYZ job. But still, if you are unable to get it from your 50 companies, no problem. There are off-campus drives, because in those 50 companies, if you keep going, if you keep on taking interviews and preparing yourself, then also you are unable to take it. While going off-campus means in their premises, you can easily give a good competition to others, and you can learn and you can take it ahead, no problem with that. The only thing is you have to be consistent with your efforts. So now Mohammed Shah Nawaz, books, I am not a right person to tell you. HR means, yeah, skills matter. Okay, now Yasir is asking, skills matter more than marks? I think so. Do you agree? Yes, I do agree. But here we have some sort of system where your percentage also have a what do you say, have to play a very big part in your recruitment process as a fresher. If you are done with your fresher tag, then no one is going to ask you your percentage or something. But yes, skills matters as well as your marks also matters at some point of time. So now next question is, and open offline classes, I'm not a right person. Ma'am, for a CSC student, if we do not know coding, we are good in leadership skills and good communication, but to do a marketing and sales job, we need, okay, some admin is asking that, no, to do sales and marketing job, and if you are a BTech guy, no need to go for MBA. You can fetch any job from Jaro, from Byju's, from any XYZ companies, we have sales and marketing positions always open. Okay, like aptitude, sorry, 6 lakhs of package. Same campaign is there, 8 lakh rupees CTC for sales. So no need to go for MBA. If you are a BTech student, no problem with that. You can take it ahead like that. But yes, after fetching the job, after working in the company for 1 to 2 years, if you want to have next level of your promotion, Tier 1 colleges like Symbiosis is there, even IITs are there. 1-year executive courses will give you equal weightage as a regular course will give you in 2 years. So now this, which language? See guys, languages are interlinked. You have to start with C++, then Python is there, and Java is in demand. So you have to learn, and the main important thing is your algorithms and your data structure. You learn any language, but you have to be proficient in your algorithms and your data structures. Then Python, C++, okay, Poco X3 is asking Java, which language would you want an artificial intelligence machine learning engineer for forming a base? You must undergo with C++, Java and Python. Then we will be guiding you further. When we take the books, I'm not a right person. Is there an internship for CSC students, Abdul Kabir? Yes, there are a lot of opportunities for CSC students, but ma'am, what are the placements for civil engineering? See, for civil engineering, Aman Sharif has asked this question. For civil engineering, we have job opportunities like site engineers, plus in architecture. You know, they have certain softwares, okay, where you have to work for CAD, for your CAM. So there you can fetch so many opportunities, but for that you have to be very good with your architecture skills, your drawing skills. So it used to be, you know, manual a few years back, but right now it is automated. So you have to be good with your software skills. Okay, next, in which year we will be learning time to learn your technical skills. You start today. I have given, I will be telling you 2-3 websites. Okay, there, if you go to LinkedIn, there is one, what you say, GitHub. You can get a lot of projects from there. You can start working right now. So to learn your technical languages, you need not to wait for your 4th year. You have to start from your 1st year itself. Understand? Okay. This Zishan is asking job opportunities, same for IT and CSC. Almost IT and CSC is just you know, two faces of one coin, so not a difference, not too much difference is there. Then Mohammed is asking how many languages do we need to learn at least to get a job? But a minimum 3 languages, that is C++, Python, because C++ is your basic, then Python. Few companies go with Python, and right now the need of the hour, 70 to 80%, as I already told you, people are looking for Java, Node. So, but don't think that Java and Node just is the same. They are also altogether very different. Okay. Then someone is asking, my basics are very low because I have skipped few classes due to some of the problems, and due to that I have passed my inter with the intention of passing because I have no basics. So how do I recover my basics? Have no basics now. So do I start my engineering? Okay, this question is, I don't know, from UZS. See, now what you are doing is, now you are stepping in the BTech, your 1st year, start your life, start your BTech as a new chapter. Whatever is there in your intermediate, just give a brush up, or take, see, it's only a matter of 15 to 20 days. Whatever books were there in your +1 and +2, just take it out, just have a glimpse at what was written in that, because you know, something, of course, there will be there in your mind. You can relate when you are reading your books. So just give a glimpse. It's a play of 15 to 20 days. Just read it, just brush it. That's how you can brush your skills from your +1 and +2. And when it comes to BTech, it is just a starting process. Whatever your teachers are going to teach you, just learn it nicely from your heart. Okay. Then Python is for AI and ML. It can be used for any. The same type of question is asking. Sai Kumar sir has asked before that minimum pass percentage for BTech first year was 25%. Could there be a specific reason for it? Sorry, I am not a right person for this thing, but what I can tell you that all the good companies, all the tier 1 companies will definitely will look 75% minimum for your eligibility criteria. So you must be between 65% or above to get a good career and a good job opportunity. And this is the right time to realize, because you are just entering into your BTech. Do not cry at your 4th year. Okay, start studying, start putting all the efforts from your first year onwards. Okay. Marwa, can we do jobs and then go for entrepreneurship? Yes, Marwa, this is a very intelligent question. If you are thinking that you want to experience of minimum 1 to 2 years, because if you work somewhere, you will get the nitty-gritties of that particular thing. So it is always better to go and learn and work. That's why you will be having more probability of getting the success. The next question is from Abdul ma'am. I don't want to wait for college classes. I want to start preparing from now. What should I do? Actually, there and there were a lot of courses were there where we have utilized it, but now there are WhatsApp number. Just give me your mail ID. I will create your Coursera's login. So there are any number of, there are so many projects, guys, so that you can have hands-on experience at how to work. And apart from this, Coursera is going to give you one course you can learn from scratch to end. And apart from that, you want to take any other XYZ course, then you have to pay for it. That is totally up to you. But for right now, from Lodge, I can give you one of your login password from where you can have a lot of projects and one course free of cost. Okay. So now next question is, I want to start. Okay. Syed Muhammad Ismail, ma'am, is having a Western accent considered better for interview? No, not at. It matters that whatever is going in your head, you should be able to explain it nicely. Your for BPOs and KPOs, that too if you are going for outbound calls where you have to talk to with people, international clients, that's it. And that also if you're not having, so not a problem. So our Indian accent is good enough, because Indians, if you Google it, Indian speaks the best English in the world. Because if any Indian, Pakistani or any South Asian is speaking English, so the English is very correct and person can understand nicely. Okay, next question is, a lot of question is floating now. So I think my time is over. I was given 1 to 2. So no problem, whenever you will be coming to college, you can have a session with me, you can speak to me, no problem. Ma'am, of doing masters of for a job as compared to getting one right after graduation? That's an important question, that's why I've taken it. See, there is a difference. If you are a BTech student or any degree students, if you are having a job in your hand, please go and do it, because that will remove your freshers tag. But if you are after BTech and MBA, or if you go for masters as well also in abroad, you are considered as a freshers only. So if you are having an opportunity to cut the tag of freshers, please go ahead and then do your further studies. Okay, I hope this is clear. Okay, Umaina Fatima is asking when we can start studying books and all about coding. How? Guys, coding, you have to start, go on Glassdoor, check so many websites. See, you have to do your, see, coding is nothing but you are investing in yourself. If you are if you have taken CSEC and EEE, start investing yourself. And if you are investing on yourself, for example, you are a girl, if you have to look good, you go on website, you go on YouTube, you search all the makeup videos, you are investing yourself to look good. Same in your coding, you have to invest yourself, you have to go there, QUORA, Quora is there. You can go and you can search whatever questions are there. You will get all type of solutions. What is personality development? Syed Faraz Ahmed. Personality development is nothing but how you yourself in front of others. That is your personality development, nothing else. So for personality development, you have to work yourself. No one can do that. So I guess in a demand or job beneficial for doing entrepreneurships. This is question being asked by Sibkatullah. Yeah, and the see, internships are nothing but your trainings in the corporate, that what is the process of working in this particular organization. Plus, which is that you will not be having the targets, you will not be having the pressures, but you are just only in a learning process. Definitely that is going to give you an add-on interviewer know that the XYZ organization. So guys, I think my time is over. So I welcome you all in Lord's family. Have a great time ahead. And you can have my WhatsApp number from from our website. I will take all your queries, and thank you so much. Thank you so much for being there. Thank you so much.
Thank you, madam, for providing a great insight on the importance of placements, its techniques and achievements, and the career opportunities for engineering students, and clarifying the queries of the students. I hand over the mic to Dr. Rajshri Rao to make an important announcement. Please, ma'am.
Students, you had a very good session with the placement madam, and in continuation that what she has told and the I want to just inform you that we are a member of ICT Academy. This is a Government of India launched academy, which is helping the faculties as well as the students of engineering, science, commerce, administration, etc., to bridge the gap between what is taught in the academic, in the college, and what are the demands of the industry. So you have a number of training sessions. They get certificate, and these certificates you can put it in your CV. So right now, ICT Academy has started an initiative called Skill Edge, which is open for the first year, that is you students and the second years. It is a free enrollment, and I'll give the link to your coordinators. They will pass it on to you. You have, once you register in it, go for the lots, and you can register. You have to give your email ID, your contact number, and your name, and the branch in which you are admitted. You have 5 phases, and then you are awarded the certificate. Getting started with robotic process automation is for 2 hours. Cloud computing 101 is 10 hours. Then Cisco Academy gives an introduction to cyber security 10 hours. And you have data literacy program for 10 hours. The link is about www.ictacademy.in//skill-edge/. You can enroll today itself, and it's once you complete it, you get a certificate which is valid throughout your life. You can add it up as a additional skills which you have developed. Apart from this, we have NPTEL, that is National. Here also students and staff can enroll. You can enroll for any of the classes. It is for all online classes. you are given the videos, you are given course material, and the courses are for 4 weeks or 8 weeks or 16 weeks, depending upon what course you have taken. And you have a number of assignments and you have a test in the end. And you are given a certificate which really helps you, boost your academics. So if you can enroll for any number of courses apart from the subjects what you are learning, and this gives you a real edge over others, and you will be able to compete, you will be able to face the challenges, whatever is it, you will be able to get admission abroad or in India in a better institutes, and even for placements, it's really helpful. So you can start working on these two, ICT Academy and NPTEL. And meanwhile, you have your orientation lecture on December 14th. When the classwork in the campus that is offline has yet to be decided by the government, and your college principal and the management will inform you when the classwork will be started. So you have to attend the classes online. The faculty will give you the textbooks, whatever is required. Next week's session, you will be having an exposure to physics, chemistry, mathematics, English, and programming languages and all. So they will be even informing you about what all textbooks and the notes you have to follow. Okay, I hope I have clarified your queries. Meanwhile, you start registering for ICT Academy and NPTEL courses. Thank you and all the best.
Now we have among us Professor Abdul Wasi sir, Head Department of ECE, to propose vote of thanks. Please, sir.
Assalamu alaikum and very good afternoon, everyone. This is Abdul Wasi Mudassir, Head Department of Electronics and Communication Engineering. I hope you all got inspired and motivated by today's 3 sessions, which was conducted by on the first session on aerodynamics of automobile by Dr. Asadullah, followed by industrial pollution by Dr. Shiva Prasad. The second session was very much important, and which is need for any professional graduate was human values and ethics by Dr. Rajeshri Madam. And the third session was for every engineer, that is very much important, which was on placements and training by our Director Corporate Relation, Ms. Shruti Bharadwaj. On behalf of the organizing committee, I thank all the 4 speakers who have enlightened and motivated the students. And last but not the students who participated for today's session, because without the students, no function or no event is successful. I thank all the students, and I hope everyone is going to participate in upcoming session, which will be very much wonderful and useful for you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. I hope today's sessions have enriched and enlightened you on the concepts of aerodynamics, pollution control measures, human values and ethics and placements. You may encounter many defeats, but you must not be defeated. In fact, it may be necessary to encounter the defeats so you can know who you are, what you can rise from, how you can still come out of it. See you tomorrow with more insightful sessions. Thank you.